Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. If this is your first time here, I'm going to ask that you go ahead and subscribe because 1, you're going to love it here. 2, it's super fun. And 3, help, please. I need help. Please subscribe, like, and comment, share, turn on notifications, do all of that good stuff. We're making a Christmas wreath today because it's August. And I think I've about reached my quota for fall wreaths at least. And I can't find any Halloween yet, so let's just go straight into Christmas. This is a Dollar Tree 14-inch wreath form. It is wired with 18 pipe cleaners that my mom wired, so they're very suspicious, to say the best. There will be a link up here by the sunflowers to show you how to do this if you've never done it before. And if this is your first wreath and you're looking to me for help, this is a good one to start with. Okay, so 18 ties, 12 on the outside, 6 on the inside. I have taken my mesh, which looks like this. Hold on. Okay. Which looks like this. It's a natural poly jute or burlap or whatever it is. And it has some white and then metallic red and green. My glue pot is on for some reason. Okay. And there's a 10-yard roll. I have cut this into 6 18-inch pieces. And then I've cut the rest into 10-inch pieces because this is going to be a 1-roll wreath. We're only going to use 1 roll of mesh, I think. Well, at least to make the base. The base is 1 roll. So I'm going to start off with my 18-inch pieces. You should be able to cut these 20. Every time I cut them 20, I end up short. So I'll cut them 18. That's just what we do. And you're going to take these and fold one end under. Follow this line in the middle and ruffle it up. Wow, this is some stiff mesh. And then we're going to start along the inside, putting 1 in each of these pipe cleaners, the 6 that are in the middle, or in the inside rather. Oh wow, that is super stiff. That's like buckram. Is that what it's called? Buckram? You know what I'm talking about. So the first time I saw this one roll wreath, Damon Oates did it. I don't know if he is the originator. He didn't say in his video who he got it from, so I'm assuming he probably came up with it. And it's Damon at Deco Exchange. And everything I'm using tonight is from, or this morning. It's like afternoon for me, it'll be morning for y'all. Everything's from Craft Outlet. And it's a couple months old, so it's a couple months old when I'm using it. It's a couple months from now when y'all are going to see this, so I don't know if it'll be in stock, but they're usually pretty good about keeping at least something similar to this in stock. I don't know about the ribbons, but y'all are going to see this in October, so hopefully they have some more Christmas stuff in by then. So how's everybody doing? Comment down below. Pause the video, comment down below, and let me know how you're doing. Because y'all know I'm about to talk about myself for like an hour and a half. How am I doing? I'm having a little difficulty with the breathing today. Not actually difficulty breathing, I can't take in a deep breath because when I do, it tweaks my back, my muscle hurt. So I'm taking lots of shallow, unsatisfying breaths when I just want to take in like a big, about to swim the entire lap underwater breath. Like I just want a great big breath and I just can't quite get it in without passing out from the pain. So I'm trying to do a live stream tonight of what, I don't know, probably something very easy and non-taxing. But I did live streams last week and I was like, okay, this phone thing, maybe somebody can do this. I can't. Like, It won't let me turn the camera the right way. I don't like the quality of it. I don't like a lot of stuff. So after those 2 live streams on Friday and Saturday of last week for me, not for y'all. Well, maybe that was live streamed last week for y'all. I don't know. I said, okay, I really need to get into this. I need to figure out how to do this, whether it's my phone, using it correctly, or buying a different camera, or hopefully using my own camera. So I looked it up and it was like, how to use your camera to live stream, and I was like, oh. So you needed a capture card, so order that, and you needed an HDMI cable, so order that. And it came in. The capture card was, I think, what I needed. I haven't tested it yet, so I don't know. And then the HDMI cable, one end plugged into the capture card, which is what it was supposed to do, and the other side of it was way too big for my camera. Okay, so I'm back on Amazon, ordered a micro HDMI, I'm so confused with this, micro HDMI cord that turns into a mini, yeah, I think that's it. And it was like, it's not going to be hit till tomorrow. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to check Walmart. So I checked Walmart, and I will continue the story in a minute. These are just 10-inch pieces. We're just rolling these up. When you cut this, cut the long pieces first, because these are the ones that are closer to the center of the spool, center of the roll, whatever you want to call it, and they will curl up more easily because they're closer to the center. So I look at Walmart and I'm like, oh, man, I dropped the thing right back there. That used to just upset me, but now I'm like, oh man, because it hurts so much to get back there. I'm always dropping stuff. So I find what I need and go to Walmart this morning, way too early. Get what I need, come home, go to test a live stream. Still not what I need. And I was like, okay. So I get back on Amazon and order what I think I need again. And then I figure out what I actually need. So I called my mom and I was like, hey, before you leave work, can you go get this thing? And she's like, I thought you got 17 things over the past 4 days. And I said, I did. And they're not what I need. So can you go get this? And when you come home, can you just throw it over my fence? Because I will hopefully be sleeping at that point. She said, okay, but I was awake because you want to know how bad my back was hurting today? It's not really my back, it's like my upper chest shoulder area right now. And not having perfect posture is, God, that hurts. It's probably not helping. But my back was hurting so bad, I went to go lay down on my heating pad, and I forgot to grab my muscle relaxers from the kitchen, because I don't want to keep those in my bedroom because, well, you can assume what you want. If I had muscle relaxers just at arm's reach and I never had to get out of bed to get them. So, I forgot to grab them, and I was already in bed, and I was like, I need to get up and go grab those. It'll make everything so much better, easier. Everything so much better later if I just go get the muscle relaxers now. Well, I did not. So I only slept for, I don't know, like 45 minutes, if that. And I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to continue the rest of my day still. Actually really start my day, because all I did this morning was go to Walmart. I mentioned this in another video, the one because I did finish a video this morning. I did do that, so I did do something. I got a freaking sandwich and I didn't look at it before I ate it, and it was 530 calories. I am still like, I'm livid. Because now every time I track something, like I tracked lunch and I tracked, you know, I put down what I was going to have for dinner, and it's like, you're over, you're fat, you're only supposed to have this many grams of fat a day, you're only supposed to have this many carbs, you're over your calories, and I was like, okay. I get it. I screwed up. Oh my God. That's my scale. She's gonna say goodbye in a minute. Is she? No? There's a giant tub of Christmas greenery that I moved off of another tub to get to what was in the first tub, the bottom tub, and I put the tub of greenery on the scale, and now the scale keeps turning on. Why don't you just go move it? Because I can't get up, y'all. I'm dying. No, we are not having y'all fall over there. Not today. I'm gonna get this base done and maybe get the ribbons in, and then as much as I don't want to have to lay down again, I'm gonna have to lay down on the heating pad with a muscle relaxer. And oh my god, why this freaking my Christmas tree box is under this table, and I swear it like jumped out 8 feet further than it was yesterday, and now every time I try to move my feet it gets caught.
Goodbye.
Bye. I shouldn't be sassy with the scale because I stepped on it this morning. I forgot to weigh myself yesterday before I started eating breakfast. So I was like, whatever. I said I probably gained weight. So I stepped on it this morning and I had lost like 4 pounds. And I was like, oh, okay, sorry, scale. So thank you, scale, for being kind to me. Alright, y'all know I was acting all strong and stuff, but I did just get up and go take a muscle relaxer. Let's see what happens. I don't even know what I was talking about. So yes, I think I was talking about the live streaming. I think the live streaming is ready to go. I just have to test it, but I have all the pieces I need now. So if it doesn't work, it is either something wrong with the camera or my computer, but I have all the cords and the attachments. This is what it looks like. This micro goes into the micro HDMI, goes into the camera, which goes into an HDMI cable, which goes into a capture thing that goes into the USB on the computer. So, fingers crossed, eyes crossed, legs crossed, whatever you gotta do. If I don't do that tonight, then definitely Friday, because why not? I like doing a little Friday Night Live. Live from Shell Edits, Friday Night Live. I might be feeling good tomorrow because I do have physical therapy in the morning. And I'm supposed to be getting my car worked on, and if I could get my car acting normal again, it would put me in a good mood because I would be able to go shopping. Not that I'm like, oh, I need to go shopping, so I'm in a good mood. I will be in a good mood because I can go shopping if I want to. I don't have to be like, Mom, can you take me to Michael's to buy 47 grapevine wreaths? Because I'm not sure my car can go up an incline right now. I'm having this issue with, oh yeah, a lot of pain in that too, but my car, where apparently it didn't have any oil in it, because I was always under the impression until you go 10,000 miles, you don't change the oil. And I have not gone probably 1,000 miles since I got that car almost 2 years ago. So my neighbor mechanic's like, you didn't put any oil in it? And I was like, I didn't think I had to. I said it was 10,000 miles. He said, yeah, but it wasn't a new car when you bought it. And I was like, well, no, but why? I said, you know, I just assumed that before they sold me the car, that was something they did. And he was like, no. And I was like, oh, okay. And he said, you really shouldn't have let it get that bad. And I said, I didn't know. So now, every time I'm like in the car and it makes a weird noise, I'm like, oh, Adam, you're so stupid because you don't know how to do any of this stuff. Because the one time you got in trouble with your car when you were younger and you asked your dad for help, he called AAA. Like, ladies out there, if you have a husband who knows how to do stuff like that, make sure he teaches your children, not just your sons. Make sure your daughters too. Like, just let them know. Maybe even if they don't have to change, if they don't know how to change oil themselves, and he doesn't know how to do that, make sure he or you or somebody lets them know that that's something that needs to be done, and not to expect the guy who sold you the car to have done it. Because God knows how long that I've been driving around with no oil in my car and what kind of damage it did. My neighbor said, what's going on with it? I said, it just stopped. He said, it cut off? I said, no, it was still running, it just wouldn't go. He said, it revved up? I said, no, it just wouldn't go. He said, what do you mean? I said, the car stopped. I was getting ready to pull out into traffic to make a U-turn to go to Walmart, and it just stopped. He said, but it was running, and I was like, yeah, it just stopped. So hopefully he can look at that for me tomorrow. He said maybe he'd get to it today, but it's been raining all day, so I'm sure he's backed up, which is fine. As long as I can get to the hospital tomorrow. Okay, so this base she has done. It's not as full as it usually is, but that's okay. I go through here and like I never know if I want them like the curls going like this or like this. When I put them like this, it's like they're not. Oh, maybe it's alternate. Okay, so these are going like this. The next ones are gonna go vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal. Okay. Yeah, that's how you would do it, I think. Because that way you have this pushing this in to make that fuller. And then these coming out, fill in there. My friend Jenny's kid is leaving to attend the Savannah College of Art and Design, and I got the like the graduation. It wasn't really a graduation announcement. I don't know if they did like graduations because she went to and I'm sure they did do graduations, but like I got Jenny texted me and she's like, "Did you get Maddie's announcement?" And I was like, "Yeah." It was very confusing. She said, "Why?" And I was like, "She's like 12." What? Pretty sure last time I checked she was like 12. And I was like, "She's moving to Georgia?" She's like, "Yeah, she's moving on the 8th." And I was like, "Oh my god." And then then I got down on my knees and I put my hands together like this and I said, thank you, God, for not cursing me with children. Only giving me back pain and anxiety. Thank you for that, instead of children. Alright. Even though I'd be an excellent dad. But not for me. So this is what the base looks like just by itself. It's not as full as they usually are, but we also only use one roll of mesh. You could go back and add, I think if I was going to add anything, I would add another roll, which, I would add another roll, and I'd like something in the middle, but that's fine. We're going to add the ribbons, and it'll fill in a little bit more. Oh, I'm so sore. I think I have fibromyalgia or lupus. I don't know. My mom was like, maybe you just pulled a muscle, and I was like, maybe it's something deadly, deadly, serious. Okay, so I have 6 2.5-inch ribbons in this polka dot, and 6 1.5-inch ribbons in this stripe. They both have the burlap back with the green, and you know, as you do. And remember when I used to cut 9 of each, so I would have a ribbon in every pipe cleaner? Which, if you want to do that, that's fine, but it's like, now that I'm not only am I saving money, which saves you money, and saving resources, which saves me from having to order from Craft Outlet every 7 days, you can actually see the mesh. Which I admit I started doing, not only to save money, because I was tired of people being like, you ordered that beautiful mesh and then you covered it with ribbons. And I'm like, yeah, Bethany, that's what people want. My last video that I put up was, it was Wicked Witch Wreath. No, it did good. For me. I mean, if it was anybody else who would have uploaded that video and it got 200 views, they definitely would have, like, retired and just, like, vanished off the face of the earth. But me, I'm like, ooh, you go, boy. You did the thing. You better work. Muscle relaxers actually work, but they just make me thirsty, and it's like a placebo effect where I'm like, well, I took the muscle relaxer and I feel so much better now. Which I don't feel better yet. But I do feel thirsty. And I'm always thirsty. I didn't even know I had this ribbon, and I was looking at that one of my Christmas totes, and I like saw it off the side, and I was like, is it leftover ribbon? What was I doing last year that I had leftover ribbon? bunch of ribbon with, because I have this in a 2.5 inch, and I have another one. I think I have 2 rolls of this in a 2.5 inch. I don't know how that happened. And they're both open. I don't know that I have a sign for this, but I could always make one. I need to find like some, I want some like acrylic wood stain, which I know they must make. But like not a giant can of it. So I can stain some of my wood signs instead of painting them. I think I'm gonna sell some signs on Etsy. Just like I'm gonna sell the balls and the yarn balls and the mushrooms, but every time I try to do something, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so tired. I really need to take a break, y'all. I need to just take a break and like do nothing but watch movies. It's so hard because I'm just like, I feel so guilty if I'm like just sitting there or laying there doing nothing when I'm like, I could be working. But maybe there is more to life than the endless pursuit of success. I can't imagine what that would be, but maybe there is. You too need to go the other way. There we go. Okay. There's still a lot of that showing, but and then you're gonna merchandise up. Take these those are too rolled too tight, but it'll be fine. All right, so I'm going to break now and see what this muscle relaxer can do for me. Maybe take another little nap. If I use another little nap, that would be nice. But I'll be back and we'll work on this some more. Okay, funny story about this wreath. I was just moving some stuff around to pack up a big custom order I have to ship out next week. And I saw like this ribbon peeking out. What is that? Because I just was listing stuff on Etsy too, and I was like, I don't see that. Where is that? What is that? So I pulled it out and I looked at it. I was like, when the hell did all of this happen? Because I guess it got tossed underneath something. I know I made this bow on a live. It's just a bow with a bunch of stuff in it. It gets a little smaller each time. You'll know the drill. But yeah, so I said, okay. I knew that, I kind of knew that I had a wreath somewhere that needed a sign, and I know that because I made about 10 signs. Well, no, I tried to make one sign and ended up making a bunch. As you can see, like everything was wrong with one of them. This is one of them, which I still like this one. It's just it got, I don't know what happened with it. It was like all bubbly, yeah, it's still kind of like bubbly right there. So I was like, nope, can't do that. So I stained the other side and just went with the white vinyl on here that says "'Tis the season to be jolly." It's gonna go, oh. I made this bow so where it had longer tails on the bottom. They might have to kind of go off. That's fine, I think. Yes, okay. So that's the plan. We're gonna put that there. and then proceed. I have ornaments, I have greenery over here, I have a bunch of stuff. It's a mess. Business, do you think it's weird when your water bowl glugs and you're in here? He's like, yeah, I do. So what's going on with y'all? Oh man. I don't know, is the air still on? I turned the air off because y'all know I don't like to record with the air on. But I think I turned it up, but it's so hot outside. It's like, yeah, you turned me up. I still have to run though. But I do have coffee right there because I wanted coffee so bad this morning. And I was filming a video for Patreon that I wanted because I needed it to dry, so I left. I left the house because I was running a little bit late. Not really, but you know, I don't like to run late, but I needed to get to Walmart before I got to therapy at 7. So I took a Mountain Dew instead of coffee this morning. And then all day I've been like, I want coffee, and you know, now it's the peak of the day. It's 2 o'clock. It is literally like face-meltingly hot outside. And I'm like, I'm gonna make me some coffee now. And I was on the phone with Mom. She said, what are you doing? I said, I'm making coffee. She said, it's 150 degrees outside. I was like, yeah, well, you know, tell that to my tired body. Oh wait, there's a hole in the middle of this Wreath? Cool. Can't remember the last time that happened. Okay. So yeah, this is just a 10-inch round. It's not sealed yet because I knew I made the sign and then I was like, I'm gonna stick this in here. So I've been doing that anyway, like putting them in and then sealing them once they're in the wreath. It has cable mounts on the back. These have a little bit of super glue on them, and then they're stuck on there just as extra security. And how many of these? I put 4 in here, but I think I'm only gonna be able to, yeah, this one's gonna be like in the middle, so. Put my pipe cleaners through. This is the Dollar Tree. Alright, here's the thing. My Walmart is the worst. You know how, like, if you use a self-checkout at Walmart, it's like, can you rate your experience today? I gave them 2 stars today. And that's generous. Like, normally I don't even give them that much. You know, it's like, rate your experience, and I was like 2 stars. Because they have the most abysmal selection of vinyl. I mean, that's not the only reason I gave them the 2 stars. But I was at Dollar Tree the other day. They had like a whole end cap that was full of vinyl, and I don't like the Dollar Tree vinyl. Surprise, surprise. But I got it, and y'all, when I tell you this sign, like, it would not come onto the transfer tape. Once it was on the transfer tape, it wouldn't stick to this sign. So I was like, okay, now it's finally. Come on, glitter. Now it's finally on here. I'm gonna seal this with like 6 layers of Mod Podge, 4 layers of poly, you know, just to really get it on there. But it's a season to be jolly. I wanted it to be stained to go with the natural mesh, and with all the, you know, the browns and the ribbons. And this is a SVG I bought off of Etsy in a pack. I think there were like 12 in there. Y'all are gonna see literally every one of them because we made so many Christmas signs. And there should be some signs up on Etsy right now. If you are interested, the link will be down below. I'm saying there's going to be signs. Hopefully there will be signs. It's just between Patreon and Etsy, I'm just like, when am I supposed to film videos for YouTube? But if you're not a part of Etsy, you should be, because, y'all, I've been going hog wild over there. We're making all my Christmas ornaments. I made a fake pumpkin pie. What else did I think? I made something else that was pretty cool. There's a lot of cool stuff over there, if you ask me. I'm gonna tilt this bow a little bit like this way so the tails don't come up over the side. I don't know what I was watching something the other day, or somebody linked to something. Oh, I was watching somebody's live. I was watching a live, and the woman in there, she's like, this is my sign. And she put it in, and then she put the bow on top of it. And y'all, when I tell you this bow was like centered right here, and you could see like maybe, I think it was like Halloween or something. You could see like the EEN of Halloween. You couldn't see anything else. And I was like, what is the point of putting that sign in there? I don't like when, I don't like when you can't see the majority. Like, it's okay, like this I'm okay with. Like, I'm fine with that, but actually I'm not really fine with that. Wow, there are a lot of pipe cleaners in here that don't have anything in them. Yet. I mean, I'm gonna glue stuff in them, but... See, I like the sign to be visible, especially this one. Like, y'all are lucky that I just didn't put this sign as a centerpiece of this bow, because... whew, it was an ordeal. I must have cut out, I was trying to... The other side of this, it was stained, and then I was like, okay, I want to cut out a scallop of pattern paper and put the pattern paper on there, and I wanted green. For some reason, I have no green scrapbook paper in my house, so I cut like a piece out, but it was only an 8.5 piece. So I couldn't make it the like 9.5 inches I want because I only wanted a little border of the stain piece. It ripped on the Cricut. I cut out another piece of a different paper. It ripped when I was taking it off, and I was just like, oh my god. And then I finally got that one cut, and I ironed it on, and I was like, okay, that looks good. And I came back like 2 minutes later, and the whole, oh no, it was after I sealed it. I sealed it so I could put the vinyl on, and then I came back and looked at it. I was like, this is all bubbled up. This is a hot mess. So I said, you know what? No. I'm just gonna save myself the trouble now, and I'm gonna move this bow up a little bit. Because I know it's just gonna bother me, and if it's bothering me, it's probably gonna bother one of y'all. And Lord forbid one of y'all are bothered like Jen. I tried to go through the mesh and I somehow missed all of it that time. Right, there we go. Somebody asked me the other day, oh, that doesn't work now. Wait. I was like, why is it so smushed like that? But it just needed to be refluffed. Somebody asked me in the comments on, I don't know what video it was, about how I finished the back of my Wreath. And just so y'all know. Oh! Let me show you. That's the bow. This is the sign. Clip them. Leave a little bit on there. Clip that, just tuck this one under because it's wrapped around the frame already. Tighten that up, leave some slack, and this just goes into the Wreath because I don't want the, and, oh, I was like, where did that come from? But that was the tips I cut off. I don't want any of the exposed pipe cleaners to, I'm smashing the crap out of this bow, aren't I? I just realized that. I don't want any of the pipe cleaner cut edges to go up against your door. to life. Come on. You can do it. Somebody get me the paddles. When I make a wreath that has lime green and red, I always like to add dark green to it. Maybe it's because, wait y'all, I have this like compression thing on my knee and I cannot sit comfortably anymore. Oh, I'm like, wait y'all. What am I talking about? Oh. I always like to add dark green when I have lime green. I don't know why. I like the way it looks, but I think it's mainly because one time I did it, my mom was like, I really like how it looks with those two greens. And I was like, wait, you like something I did? And she was like, yeah, I guess. I mean, don't make a big deal out of it. Everything else you make is terrible. And I was like, oh, thanks, Mommy. And she was like, I'm not your real mom. And I said, what? She said nothing. Okay. So I have this big, these were like, I just took the tag off. Yeah, these were $1 at, I don't know what this tag is from. Is this Family Dollar or Dollar? I think it's Family Dollar. And y'all know I love me a big ornament. How's that look? I can't tell because I cannot see the screen, y'all. I just put on my wish list on Amazon. Not that anybody knows what my wish list is. I put a TV on there because now that I have the cable for live streaming, which I don't do, I can mount a TV back here, hook the cable up, and then I can stare directly at what I'm recording. I just need to get $100 to buy a TV. Alright, I think I like that there. It's just kind of peeking out. I don't want to do this. I think I'm going to dip this in glue. Which of course I turned it down because it was smoking all over the place and now it's too cold. It's probably okay on the edge though, huh? I use this. Oh, that almost landed in my coffee. Y'all know I usually glue stuff like this in, but that glue wants to be a little jerk, so it's probably better to wire stuff in anyway, huh? Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. So I went for my reevaluation at physical therapy today, and they were like, you're doing a lot better, you have increased core strength, and I was like, why do I feel like a weak kitten all the time then? And she's like, your flexibility is better, you're stronger, your core strength is better. And then she had me lay down on my back and she lifted my leg up over my head and she was like, you still have really tight hamstrings. And I was like, yeah, I guess. I don't know. She's like, are you doing your stretches? And I was like, literally all I do is make wreaths and stretch. I mean, I'm mostly stretching my back, but I do this thing where you lay in bed. All right, there's another pipe cleaner back here, so just so y'all know, I'm just twisting it, tucking it in, usually so those points, like, you just get stuck in the mesh somewhere. Use a towel or like a resistance band, and you put your foot up in the air and then you wrap the towel around your foot like this and pull it back. I was like, I guess I just have super tight hamstrings, I don't know. she was like, does your paint, because you have to do this survey, like when you first go in there, you're like, oh, okay, you know, you have this paint, does it interfere with, it's like, does it interfere with your social life? And I was like, I have no social life. She's like, because of the quarantine. And I was like, nope. I said, I didn't like being around people before this, just gives me a better excuse. She's like, okay, what about getting dressed? And I was like, nope, that's fine. I said, put on the exact same shirt in, I think 8 different colors now. Put that on every day. Why is this, did this come unplugged again? Or it does feel like it. No, it's plugged in. Oh crap, I was turning it the wrong way. Perfect. Same shirt, 8 different colors, like 16 different pairs of pants. And they said, well, what about your sexual health? And I'm like, no. I was like, no, yep. I have even less, I have more of a social life than that. She said, okay. What about your job? And I was like, it kind of affects my job. Still. Because I said that in the first survey, so she asked again today, and she's like, are you still having a hard time working? And I was like, yeah. She's like, what do you do? And I was like, well, I make wreaths that nobody buys. So that's like I need to put the greenery in first. I don't know what I'm doing. I said, but I said it's not so much that because it's not hard. Like, it's not like this is a very straining, physically taxing thing, me sitting here and gluing pretty things together. I said, but my camera films from straight down. And this is the center right here. I mean, y'all can see what the center of the video is. And I'm back here. So when I'm trying to do something in the middle, I'm always leaning over. And she's like, maybe you could not do that? And I was like, yeah, well. I said I want to, but Jen Pickering, she really likes it when I'm not in frame, so. I'm cutting up some of this boxwood. My mom tried to get me to throw away this boxwood. You want to know her rationale? It's up on a shoe. It's in a shoe organizer right when you walk into my living room. And it keeps falling down because that's not the best organization for florals. We were in here the other day cleaning up. And she's like, you need to get rid of this stuff, because it was like, there was a bar stool right in front of it, and it had fallen on the bar stool. And I said, why? She said, because it's been here since last year at Christmas time. And I was like, I bought it after Christmas. She's like, well, are you going to get rid of it? And I was like, Mom, I bought it for Christmas this year. I was like, do you not understand how this works? Like, all this crap is eventually going to go in a wreath, and that wreath is going to go on Etsy for a couple years, and then maybe it'll sell, and then maybe I'll pay my bills with it. Do I like that? I think I do. What do I want? We can either put the greenery, oh, we can put the greenery wherever we want, I guess. Put the greenery in with the ribbons, and then put the ornaments over here. Let me put it in with the ribbons first, and then I'll make a judgment call. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I feel like there was something coming out on Netflix, or I think it was Netflix today, that I was like, I'm so excited about watching that. And then I was so busy this morning trying to make a fake pumpkin pie and get out of the house and run through Walmart that I forgot to check. Y'all, I was like 10 feet away from the self-checkouts on the grocery side of the store, getting ready to check out so I could go to therapy, get there on time, because I hate not being on time. And I was like, I'm looking at my basket, and I'm like, all right, I got this, I got that. I remember to get the eggs. Okay, I got this. I got the English muffins. Okay, I got the pumpkin pie colored paint. I got this. I got that. And I was like, I got everything. And then I looked. Really? That sounded like an ornament. I don't know what that was. Just about to check out, and I was like, I don't have the dog food. I had to walk and this is in the morning when my back is still pretty stiff, all the way across the store. And for a second I was just like, I have chicken at home, I'll just cook him a chicken. But I went back and I got his chicken dinner, because being very picky about what he wants to eat lately, and he's like, I really like those chicken dinners. I was like, of course you do. It costs me $3 a day to feed you when I give you the chicken dinner. I didn't know that was that expensive, because I was buying them, they were like 77 cents, and I was giving him half of the little cup mixed with his regular food, just to get him to eat his regular food. But I looked at the back of it today, and it says feed 3 to 4 cups a day per 10 pounds of food, and I was like, what? I said, that's 77 cents each. Let's say that's 80, so that's 160 plus 160 is 320. So that's $3 times 30 days in a month. That's $90 on fancy dog food with peas in it. So I was like, I can't do that business. And he was like, well, I just won't eat ever again if you want me to die. And I was like, okay, I mean, if that's the sacrifice you want to make for the family so we can get a TV, so we can stop being relentlessly cyberbullied about not being in frame. You know what the problem is? Is that the monitor's up there on the camera. It's about this big. And these lights are so bright. Literally wouldn't know my mom if she was like walking right in front of me right now. So I can't ever see, like I can see that here's the bow, here's the sign. I can't tell right now that there's an ornament in there. I can't tell you if the mesh has any color in it besides the natural. This is cute. Oh, I'm really glad I didn't throw out this perfectly fine box bud. And she's got some nerve telling me that I need to throw away stuff, y'all. Her little spoiled dog, her little spoiled fat dog. That dog's got so many toys in every room of the house, all over the place. And like, you telling me I need to get rid of this box? Well, you need to get rid of that dog. Oh, but she's sweet. She got a haircut. Today's the first time I went over there in a while, just because I've been busy with everything. And you know, I used to go over there all the time in the morning when she was home for lunch, but she's been, she's going to lunch right when I'm going to therapy. Like, she goes to lunch at 8, my therapy usually starts at 8. Today it started at 7. Just let me tell y'all something while y'all are here and I have your attention. There are these old guys. I don't know what the deal is. Apparently, they're not there for therapy, they just come. Do y'all see this? What is happening? Should I try to put this in the wreath? You know, my wreaths are like three pounds when I ship them, and I think like 2.5 of that is hot glue. So there's these machines called the New Step. It's like a I'm pretty sure I talked about this already, but today, you know, there's this machine called the New Step where it's basically a what are those things called? A Stairmaster, but you're sitting down. And every time I start therapy, my therapist is like, so let's get you warmed up, which ideally you would do while getting some. What is going on here? Why is it all stuck together like that? Ooh. You know, you would do that while getting. Oh crap! Now it's stuck on here. You know what? I think that is like something in the glue. So I'm just gonna slide that off onto my silicone mat because there's another one right here. What is that? It's like a string or something. No, you go back in here. Okay. Anyway, every time she's like, we're gonna get you warmed up on the New Step, and every day there are these two old guys. One of them's on one New Step, one of them's on the other. And they are sitting there, they are barely moving, and they're watching the news. But they're not there for therapy. Apparently, before the hospital, I know I talked about this before. Apparently, before the hospital was taken over by Ochsner, they were coming to physical therapy to get exercise, and when Ochsner was like, no, we don't do that anymore, they made a big stink about it, so they get to come in, but they use the equipment that I need to use for my therapy. So when I got there today, I had my reevaluation, so I was with the one who does the evaluations, like the team lead, I guess. I don't know what it's actually called. But she came and got me. She was like, and I was like, what? She's like, we can start you on the new step. I was like, yeah, I don't think so. And I ran to the corner, and neither one of them was there because I was there an hour earlier. And I was like, oh my god. And then I did that for like 10 minutes, and then we did a little bit of stretching. Then she's like, let's go in one of the exam rooms and we'll do your reevaluation. And we went in there, did the reevaluation. We came out, both of the guys were there, and I was like, good thing my appointment was early. And she's like, oh my god, no. So I don't think any of the it's not that the therapists care that these guys are here, like getting exercise, but can't you join a gym for that? I was like, can't one of them, like, because there's like two bikes and there's 2 new steps, and I was like, can't one of them get on a bike and one of them get on a new step so like something's available? And why have I never seen anybody on the treadmill that's there? What's going on with that? Yeah, if you are using a glue pot and you're using this boxwood, make sure you don't hit the glue with the actual box. The stem's fine. Don't hit the glue with the boxwood leaf, because that will just disintegrate into nothing, and then you'll have a big blob in your glue skillet and be like, what is that? That was not what that thing I pulled out was. I don't know what that was. That was a demon or something. Okay, I think I need like... Oh, there it is. I was like, where's that other tie at? Look at all of this glitter. Hold on, y'all. Hold on a second here. Y'all have not been enjoying my vacuum inventors and videos. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Have y'all all gone and got your Ion back for $20 at Walmart because it's fantastic? Not sponsored yet. Hashtag not sponsored yet. Okay. Let's see where we're at. This bow, I need to quit messing with this bow, because until I'm done, I'm still just going to be like knocking it all over the place. Do I want to put some greenery in the bow itself? How many pieces do I have left? I mean, I have like a Walmart bag somewhere just filled with it. So I think I'm going to put like just 2 or 3 pieces. Wait, does Candyman come out today? No, I think that comes out in September. Wait, is it September? No, it's not September. It's still August. Okay, so I got one there, and one's gonna come out like this way. And I just try to usually get these like inside the middle of a loop, and then just kind of press them down. If I can't get it like in between 2 ribbons or something, like in between 2 layers. That's what I mean. All right, let's stick some ornaments in here and call her done. Yeah, I love this ribbon. Don't get me wrong, I love the ribbon. It is such a mess. Something else just fell back there. And I was pretty sure last year I filmed that video about like how I'm storing my ornaments, and I was pretty sure I had a surplus of red ornaments. And either I have been using them more than I have when I think about it, but I haven't made that many Christmas wreaths yet, and there's only like there's not that many ornaments left. I was looking today and I was like, where is that? That one probably should have gone there, but whatever. We just get them where we get them, y'all. Do what we do. My MRI is Tuesday, and we're going to Hobby Lobby afterwards. And I was on the website today, and I was like, "What's on sale?" I was like, "Is the Deco mesh on sale? I can get all the Deco mesh, but the Deco mesh is on sale this week, which means floral will be on sale next week when I go." So I was like, "Man." I don't want to alarm y'all, but I don't need any more Deco mesh or ribbon. It's becoming an issue. Not really. I thought I grabbed 5 of each, but this is like the 10th one I'm putting in, so. Hopelessly devoted. I finished watching Glee too. I don't know if we talked about that already. I finished watching it. You know, like the thing when you're done with something, you're like, I think that's the last time I'm ever gonna watch this because. Well, no, I guess I shouldn't say that. I might rewatch it again someday. Depending on if I survive this current heat wave in the current situation. It's just, it's so sad. Like, Corey Monteith and Mark Sailing, like, whatever. Like, it's sad that Corey Monteith died. I have no feelings about Mark Sailing. Like, I feel bad for his family, but I don't particularly feel bad for him. I don't know. Not particularly. I don't feel bad for him. But, like, it's really hard to watch Naya Rivera in there and know, like, we're never going to get to see her again. Alright, I have a couple of balls left, but I don't know where I would put them. That's not even glued in there, is it? Yeah, when I'm gluing ornaments in here, I always go back and like give them a twist just to make sure, like if I twist them a little bit and they're secure, I'm like whatever. But when I put them in here, I like to kind of put them in and then turn them a little bit so that glue that's on the edge of the ornament, it will go in between the weave of the mesh and push through so it's like super anchored in there. I feel like I want a green over here, but there's one right there. If I put a red over there, the red would have to go like right here. Whatever, I mean. So I'm going to put it in and then just turn it a little bit so y'all aren't going to be able to see that, but the glue is poking. Ah! Mamma Marisa. Oh. Y'all know I was in the off-Broadway production of The Lion King, right? Okay, good. And by off-Broadway, I mean my bathroom. in Lion King, I mean a Britney Spears medley on Spotify. Okay, that's done, I think. Let me stand up and get a look at it because it's funny that I have to, like, I stand up so I can look over it, but when I stand up, I just look in the monitor because I can actually see everything now. Okay, and I do feel like this needs to... I don't know, I prefer them to be slightly tipped back, the bows, because when I put them up on the door, then I'll be like, okay, it is facing front, like I can see that now. So just to show you how I do this, before I put any sealer on here, come on, everybody get out. I'm gonna... There, this glitter is just not budging, huh? Okay, a little glitter never hurt anybody. I have polyacrylic, which I really like the durability of the polyacrylic, but it is super glossy, y'all. And wait, do I have one over here that I seal with the polyacrylic? Let me think. This is not sealed. This one's sealed, but is it sealed with polyacrylic? I feel like it is. Yeah, we'll use the polyacrylic. Just because y'all already know how to put Mod Podge on something. Business, can you put the lick in? So this is my little bottle. Has this been leaking? Open a drawer and there's just polyacrylic all over. There is so much glitter in my coffee. Oh my god. I don't know. Maybe not. Let me check because it's going to bother me if I don't. Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's a 3-inch layer of polyacrylic in the bottom of my paint drawer. Alright, I get this one from Walmart. Oh, it's like $10. And I've barely used any of it, and I've done a lot of signs and a lot of embellishments with this. So, dipping in. And when I'm using the paper, like when it has the decoupage, iron-on decoupage on there with the paper, I go really light. Like I'll do 5 or 6 really light coats. With this, you can go a little bit heavier because there's no paper on it, but there's no reason to like put a super heavy layer on. And this dries so quick it doesn't really you know, it's not like it's gonna do anything. And I'm not using the hairdryer to dry it. I just wanted to get tacky so I can put another layer on. But that's, I mean, if you go to the bathroom and why am I saying, well, I guess because it's quick. You go to the bathroom, you let your dog out, you go fix another cup of coffee, you take a phone call. By the time you come back, that first layer is going to be dry anyway, so don't feel like you need to go in, use a hairdryer or anything. And I go all over back and forth all over the place to get make sure the polyacrylic is getting in and around the letters of the vinyl. And once I'm done with that, I will just put on a coat all going in the same direction. Just because I don't want to see a bunch of brush strokes going all over the place. Let's make sure your brush is wet, but not too wet, especially if you're using the paper. Like this is too much polyacrylic on here at once if you're using the decoupage. Just because it doesn't matter how good it is secured down, this is wet, it makes the paper wet, it will make it buckle. And you can iron it back down, but not if you already have vinyl on it. So what I usually do is put the paper on the paper on, like that. Seal it with one layer of polyacrylic just to protect that paper, like do a real thin coat. And then, if it bubbles up, iron it again. And then come back, put the vinyl on, and then come back with a couple more coats of the polyacrylic. I'm just gonna brush it out one last time. Yeah, that'll be dry in a couple minutes. It'll be dry enough for me to well, I'm not gonna do anything with it right now, but obviously I can't shove it in a box right now to ship, but it's gonna be dry enough and a couple of hours for me to move from here, and then tomorrow I would be able to, if for some reason it sold that quick, or if I was making a custom wreath, I'd be able to ship it like the next day. So this is just going everywhere, isn't it? Huh? Okay. I need to quit throwing this in that thing because I'm not going to get so lucky next time. Alright, if you'd like to buy this wreath, the sign will be dry at the time you see this video. It'll be linked down below on Etsy. You want to follow me on Instagram, that'll be linked down below. If you want to join us on Patreon, it's $5 a month. You get access to all kind of behind the scenes stuff, exclusive videos, tutorials on how to make ornaments and wreath embellishments, and way too many signs. This is some of the stuff that we're making. Super cute. Do you guys want to see my pie? Okay. Hold on, let me go get it. So here's a little sweet potato pie, a pumpkin pie you could add to your wreath. There's a video on that on Patreon. These are available on Etsy. These are probably available on Etsy as well. So, and if you would like to tip me, you can Venmo me some money so I can, I don't know, get a different container to put this polyacrylic in. The dog's playing with Deco mesh, y'all. I got to go. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye.